Hey there, Clashers. Welcome to another episode of Clash with Quant. This is going to be a Town Hall 9 War Attack episode, and it's going to focus on a 6-star war, fresh hits on 2 different bases using 2 different armies. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first victim here. That would be... Let's see. I didn't take a look at this yet. There we go. This spread out base. And we'll see what happens here. What's the army? This is going to be a Queen Walk Laloon. I did videos on this a few months ago, and at the time it was a great attack, and I think it still is now that I've brought it back. And air attacks are very powerful. So here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at how it unloads. Drop the queen right in front of the other queen's compartment. And use a wizard right here, down in the bottom, to clear out those structures. So the queen will walk up towards the top of the map after my queen takes out that queen. So watch this. Level 5 poison. That level 5 poison neutralizes the enemy queen. Look, I have 2-point defenses hitting my queen, and I'm taking a level 27 queen at the same time. And what do you know? My queen gets through that without popping the ability. So up top in this little random enclosure, I dropped the level 6 golem and a couple wall breakers behind it. I didn't know that the Teslas were in there. My queen was taking a lot of point defenses, so I popped her ability. Here comes the clan castle troops. Drop the other poison. Drop a rage up top where my golems have been destroyed. But that's because the king's going to go in and kill those Teslas, while my queen is with another rage killing the clan castle, the enemy CC. So the king, I use a jump spell, the king hops over into that enclosure. All the threats are gone, the Tesla farm, the queen, and the CC. So there's 3 air defenses left. I'm going to evaluate this. Actually, right now I was thinking, where do I drop my hounds? Because I wanted to, I think, do it at the bottom, but I realized my king and queen were at the town hall, and once they killed that town hall, what's the next thing they're going to get, or one of them? That air defense. So that made a lot of sense to drop the first hound up top. So here comes that hound up top. Just a couple balloons, and I still have 1 rage left. So I saw that hound take 2 black air bombs, so I had to drop in the other hound. While my heroes are finally locking onto that other air D. So it goes down. The hound goes through the base. I dropped the rage up top just to get those balloons moving. I still had multiple other balloons. So once that other hound starts tanking for that final air D right here, I encircle the base with the rest of the balloons. The queen's taking the X-bow with healers on it, so that's going to go down. Hound pops, got a lot of pups, and at this point the balloons spread out, and it is a 3-star fresh hit attack. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So just to reiterate, the key of that one was getting the queen to walk the way you wanted her to walk by using a wizard to funnel, getting the golem and the king down up at the very far spot opposite of where that queen walk is so that you can bring all the troops together. When I saw that CC, I used the rage and the poison. And up top where there was that Tesla farm, I used the rage to get that king through there really quick, leaving nothing but point defenses and a couple splash defenses and my 2 hounds. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the second attack. Wow. Did I go down? Here it is. Number 23. So weaker walls, weaker heroes. No problem. I did the queen walk, bowler walk, something that I've done on this channel multiple times and has become my go-to attack at Town Hall 9, even with all this powerful air attacks. So let's go ahead and take a look at this attack. I think it's going to start on the bottom here. And look, it takes a lot of time. Almost the whole time. But here comes the queen. Drop her down at the bottom. I wanted to wait until that archer tower was targeting the queen, but I dropped that wizard a little too early, so I had to waste a wizard accidentally. But again, you funnel far away from that queen when there's no defenses hitting her, so it can go the way you want her to go. So my queen's going to walk up and to the left. I wanted the queen to get this air D, so I missed out on that, unfortunately. But, you just have to roll with the punches. So I let the queen take her walk, and she, believe me, did you just see how low she got with health right there? There were 2 archer towers targeting her. I had my finger millimeters from her ability, but I was watching it, and she stepped away from it, and I knew that she would be okay, so I could save her ability. So she's okay. The air defense was targeting 1 healer. I don't think that's a big deal. Now the queen's gonna walk into single defenses hitting her, and a splash tower doesn't matter. She's gonna get health back. Drop those bowlers up top to start the funnel. It happens a lot. The bowlers split, but those healers will stay with the ones that are being targeted. So now that there's a big empty space here and just a couple of structures, I knew that when I dropped my Velks and that wall breaker right here, testing for a bomb, that the Velks would go straight into this enclosure once it opened up. So here comes the queen and the Velks, 2 more wall breakers. Wall is open. Bowlers go walking around the base. No big deal. Here comes the enemy CC. I rage my queen, I poison it, and I heal it. Once I see wizards and a baby dragon, I usually do, I don't call it a spell spam, but I do a rage, a heal, and a poison. The reason the heal's in there is that that splash damage from the baby dragon will just obliterate the Velks. So you have to get that done. The reason the rage is there is I use that rage for the Velks to rip through these walls and get into the next enclosure and move through that base really fast. So now the Velks are under rage. They rip through that wall. Here they go ripping through another wall. Bowlers are up top. They're getting taken care of by that enemy queen. I was a little nervous at this point because that usually doesn't happen to me, but drop that jump spell. Once there's no more rage, I hit the king's ability. He's going to run and get the queen. My queen is still trailing behind. A couple Velks are in there, I think. And just 1 or 2 hogs. You can see this. Just targeting these defenses one at a time up top, starting with that wizard tower. I still have a couple of Velks here. 2 hogs going down the base. Couple of wizards for cleanup. And my queen is now taking taking damage from 1, 2 defenses, and she's hitting the town hall. So that could be a hairy situation. What I do eventually, and the healers are getting targeted. So I pop her ability, and then I go ahead and I realize she's going to be stuck behind walls at some point here. So I go ahead and I drop the rage. Boom. I still had that rage. She is just going to be healed really nicely and break through these walls. Coming on down the side, the upper side, towards the right corner, the king and those Velks. So I put some wizards up top to clear those structures. Queen is now safe as can be. Dropped 1 more hog because that defense is targeting my queen. Now, look at this. That defense is targeting my queen. That hog is free reign, 1 hog. And now this wizard tower is targeting that hog. So the wizards are coming around and cleaning it. So I didn't have to drop another hog. So at this point, there's 24 seconds left, and all corner structures are done. One thing you have to do when you're using this attack or any attack is like pull out and look at the corners, even while the attack's live, because you might have to save a hog or 2 if there's structures in opposite corners. So at this point, I knew it was going to be a 3-star, so I played it real slow with these final 3 hogs. I wanted my queen to burn through these walls as she's doing. I tried to get a wall breaker right here to get that wall open, but that wizard tower just usually, as it always does, it kills those wall breakers. So here come the final 3 hogs. The queen got through the wall. Rest of the troops are in. I could have dropped those hogs earlier and not had as much drama on time, but I was watching the clock closely. I knew what troops I had, and I knew it was going to be a 3-star. So just to reiterate, use wizards to get the queen to walk the way you want her to walk. Use the bowlers to create a wide funnel. Once that funnel is wide and the space is open, get the Velks and get that king in. Depending on what's coming out of the clan castle, use a rage and a heal and a poison, and then let your troops move through the base. Those Velks under rage and that king and the queen following her, and sometimes if you get the bowler to go in, they'll just rip the middle of the base up, and you can save those hogs and sometimes not even use them. So that's it for this episode of Clash with Quant. Thanks so much for watching. Click the like button while you're here, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you next time.